I'm just saying, you know, so.
Oh, fans getting hype.
And, wait a second. The rest of us are still over here, Jeremy. You gotta leave us out of it. What? Oh! All right, so the Vengeance parents are my right.
I championship game, baby. Let's go.
Like DJ and I are at a wedding and we're officiating. All of the grooms to the right and the brides to the left. I mean, so divided. We're dead on center ice, and we're gonna go with puck drop. So
in the name of hockey.
It's getting loud. Waiting on the Vengeance goalie to get to the net, and they're gonna look over, get the okay. She says she's okay. We're gonna go with this puck drop. Sparks handles it, wins the draw back to Bisgard. Bisgard along the near wall up to Kilgore. Kilgore to Sparks. Sparks gets taken away by 10 by the. Tries to get it out of the zone and somehow centers it. Bisgard's got hold of it. Out to Young. Young Sparks, goal! That's an early goal right off the bat. We haven't even got a shift in, and we're now up 1-0. So, Cyclones take an early lead, and the wait is all right. So 1-0, 14:41 left in the period. So took less than 20 seconds to get on the board. All right. We'll keep the same lines and we'll keep going. Young tries to dump it in and wobbles into the corner. And the Vengeance backhanded shot from Ari Kilgore. And Vengeance is going to finally get it into the offensive zone. 20's trying to make a run at it. She gets it taken away by Francis, who comes out on defense. And that should have been a hand pass, which it was. They called the hand pass. And they'll reset the neutral zone. Sparks handed it, and it got knocked down, and Sparks is looking like, no, I didn't touch it, but best if you can't reach. Well, she's pretty tall. She might have been able to reach it. But they'll reset center ice on the hand pass. We'll go with Ertl, Coulter, Eden Barber, Bisgard, and Addison Francis on D. Barber brings it in and gets squeezed out by two Vengeance girls. 48 from Vengeance. 46 gets right past Ertl. I mean, that'll Cordy let them play it. I'm not sure why she played it that. Cordy let them play it right in front of the net. She should have went for the cover there, and Vengeance girl luckily popped the puck up over the net. Well, let's not make that mistake again. Sticks are flying up and down here along the near board. Vengeance wins the battle on the boards. And 18, I believe, or 16, I can't see real well. It looks like 16 is going to bring it in behind Cordy and getting snubbed out by Coulter. Now she's getting double teamed with Francis and Coulter. Pass goes out to the point, but passes through, and Eden Barber goes in, and she's going to get a call on that. So we'll have to go on the first penalty kill of the game, as they're going to call rough, and they're not going to let them play here like they were over at Mercyhurst. Refs at Mercyhurst had their hands in their pocket all morning.
It was cold. It was chilly.
It was chilly, and it was early. So we'll go on the kill, 5-on-4.
When you got ham warmers in the pockets, like
it's true that. And Karen just woke up. And so she wasn't happy with the call. And now the refs here have had enough. They've had a long day. And 44 refs just told us to shut our mouths. And I'm not sure what to say about that. Evidently, her voice travels in here. And they'll kick it out and down. Douglas, Neff, Mudd, and Ringhauser out there, and I think everybody in the crowd's shocked at the ref. I mean, it just got real quiet. Like, Dad just yelled from the front seat. Oh, 10's got it at the point, kicks it into 17, tries to center. Ness got it. They're trying to get it in, and it gets knocked back in the court. Jana Ringenhauser gets hold of it. She'll ice it down. That'll take part of the kill down. It's at 50 seconds now, 47 seconds. And Vengence will get a change, and they're having trouble getting in and off the bench. Shot gets deflected by Mud, goes behind the net and around. Sparks sends it up the near wall. 20 for the Vengence. Can't handle it in the neutral zone. Sparks is able to deflect the pass to 38. They go up against the wall. 24 seconds on the kill, and the Vengence will bring it back into the zone against Jana Ringenhauser. 20 for the Vengence. That'll be off. That'll be off. And 61 from the Vengence got the late letter, and she's going to get out, and Cyclones are going to be able to run it out of the zone. Looks like 61 dropped her stick. 1 second left on it, and the kill is over. So we survived the penalty, and we'll get a change and an icing. That'll bring it back down into the defensive zone. We'll leave Sparks, Barry Kilgore, Maya Young, and the 8s are back together. So we'll get Piper Francis and Bisgard on D, and they'll line up. Sparks will take the draw against 58 for the Vengence. Cyclones win the draw, and it gets up to Ari Kilgore. She's juggling it in the neutral zone, doing some stick work, looking for a pass. She's going to get snubbed out on the near wall in the corner. Sparks comes in to try to help, and I can't see what's going on.
Yeah.
So there goes. Bisgard gets a shot off. Another shot goes high. Young could have took a little bit more time and got a better aim on it, but she went high on over the net on the rebounded shot. There's a battle in front of the net. Vengeance passing, gets through out into the neutral zone, and 46 dumps and turns back for a change. Piper's there. She's battling along the wall and misses it. Bisgard's there. Bisgard gets hung up with one of the Vengeance girls against the wall with pucks, caroms around. Number 4's got a shot. Cordy pops it back into the corner. Back to 12. Wide shot goes off of Bisgard's leg pad and back behind the net.
Don't let her take too many more of those, man.
Eden Barber. Eden Barber's got some room. She's going to run it up the board. She's still got it. And the puck stops before she can get across the blue line before it. Ertl's on. She's got it pinned against the board as well. They're going to hold as long as possible. 10:20 left in the first. Ertl's going to give it chase. There's lots of black and red. And they're swarming in their own zone. And Eden gives chase, and the puck goes up, no high sticking call. As both sticks for both girls go up in the air. Jana kicks it in. Everybody goes off. It's still off. It's still off. Still off. Still off, Coulter. And Vengeance gets it kicked up back in our defensive zone. We got to pay attention when it's off. If I can hear him here, I know Big Papa can yell, because he's already yelled at our bench or our fans for disagreement with his calls. Jada gets a back there. She should be a call. We will go on the power play now, as there's a hit in the back of the numbers. Almost a little harder. That'd have been a 10-2, but I believe it's just going to be a roughing. But it was in the numbers. But after playing the Griffins yesterday, and
it's just another Sunday.
Just another day.
Yeah, baby.
So we'll go on the power play. Minute 30 here. Game on Friday was 2-minute penalties, and that's the only game we played all weekend where we got 2 minutes against the Vengeance. Oh, with that, Jana's gives a shot. She goes low. Goalie blocks it with pad and sends it back into the corner. Neff's got it, and she's going to try to push it behind the net. With the Vengeance player gets hold of it and brings it around the back of her goalie. It's trying a centering pass, denied by the Vengeance. Puck goes flying up in the air, and Bisgard gives a little check, no call on it, and Douglas out there, and that will get popped out and down, and Cordy still won't give the pass all the way down and makes them come down and waste their legs. It's okay. We got a little pushing and shoving with Neff, and we know that Neff's doesn't play like that. So puck goes around with Sparks around the back of the net. Excuse me, that's not Sparks. That is Bisgard, excuse me. I don't know how I got those two confused. Jane's going to bring it in as we get a change on offense. Young and Ari Kilgore come on with Douglas stays out, Bisgard and Jaina are still out there on D. 24 seconds on the power play. Sparks is out there now. Replaces Douglas. Jaina's going to bring it in. She's going to give a high shot that goes off the goalie's glove, and luckily goes behind the net for the Vengence. It's a battle in the corner, along the wall now. Trying to get it popped out. 7 seconds on the power play, and the Vengence are going to be able to clear it. And that should eat up the power play. It was an unsuccessful power play. And we'll go ahead and take power play off the board. So we get a change on D. Mud comes on, battling in the neutral zone, and Vengeance get wrapped up, and lots of black and red all together in the middle of ice. And Bisgard will toss it up. She's still out there. She probably deserves a change at this point. Sparks out there, out to Young. Ari Kilgore couldn't handle the pass, and she gets shoved up against the boards. And there's still a heck of a battle here as it gets stuck. Pops out, and 61 dumps it deep and goes for a change. Mud's got it behind the net, and she's looking to get it out of our zone. But Venging Girl's giving her the business. Almost another check, but luckily gets past. That'll get popped out along the far wall with Eden Barber there. Comes on, and the puck caroms into the bench, and it looks like Coach is able to catch it on an underhand catch and throws it back out to the ref, and they'll restart.
They don't get to keep the souvenir?
No, it should be on the far dot. It's not a baseball game. You don't get like a free candy if you bring it back to the concession stands. It would be. It'd be a lot of that. I got hit over there on Friday taking pictures.
Oh.
Yeah, I took pictures of the CCYHA. Eden goes in with a shoulder and doesn't budge the girl from the Vengeance. She wasn't having it. Vengeance is going to go around the net and look for a centering pass that gets deflected up to Eden. And Eden's going to go to town, racing for the other side. She's got Young open. High shot, goal! Another one for Barber. She's been on fire in this tournament. And she goes upstairs, and we'll go up 2-0 early in the game. 6:47 left in the first. As Eden Barber is leading scoring for us in this tournament. So, Vengeance parents trying to pump their team up. Coulter pumps it back to Mud. Mud back to Coulter. Coulter trying to get it up back up to Barber. Why not? Barber's on fire this weekend. She's going to pump it across the Ertl. Ertl couldn't make the turn, and the puck goes against the far, near wall, and Jaina dumps it in behind the net to a Vengeance girl who dumps it back up the far wall to 4, and then Mud activates off a defense, and then she'll fall back after getting the puck loose and goes to the other near wall to Jaina. Jaina couldn't handle it, so Scarlett comes along, and she's going to try to dump it around the backside of the net to Douglas. Douglas couldn't get it, and Mud couldn't get back across to keep it on side, so everybody's got to reset back in the neutral zone. Vengeance 17 gets hold of it, gives a high shove to Jaina's head, and 11 goes in for a shot. Cordy was screened, but she's able to cover. Nice save by Cordy, as she didn't see that. She was definitely screened on that. And they'll reset with Douglas, Bisgard. The 8s are together again with Piper out there with Neff and Scarlett. Scarlett gets popped up around the far wall. Scarlett tries to bounce it, just lightly pushes it up the wall to a Vengeance girl, gets hold of it and tries to get it back in their zone. And Bisgard pops it up along blue line, and it's just back and forth here in the neutral zone.
Here.
Yeah.
Both teams playing
31 for the Vengence, tries to pop it into the neutral zone. She's getting hung up with Douglas, trying to make something happen, and they're able to get it out of the zone. And Douglas is going to try to kick it and get hold of it, try to get loose. Neff's got a piece of it. She gets blocked by a Vengeance girl, and Vengeance brings it back behind their net, slams on the brakes, turns back, trying to get something going, reset, and they're going to try to get it out of their zone. And Neff gives her the business as she tries to pass it out of the zone. Douglas has it. She's going to pass it up and go for a change. Not the greatest time to go for a change, but both teams do it at the same time, so no harm, no foul. Bisgard's looking up ice, whiffs it, gets hold of it back up to Sparks, and 6 from the Vengeance tries to bring it back in. Denied by Kilgore, younger Kilgore, and Katie's got it. She's trying to get it out of the zone. Now it pops out, and Eric Kilgore is going to try to get her back in. Centering pass to Young. Young didn't take a look, and she just blindly shot past the goal, unfortunately. So it pops out and goes back into our defensive zone, and Bisgard gets hold of it, and now Young's going to try to get it up out of the zone, and it does get out, so Vengeance will reset. And we look tired now. Slow skating, and it might be a good time for a change, so let's dump and change if we can, ladies. Bisgard's been out for a while. She needs to dump it up, and Sparks got hold of it, and she's going to try to get a run with it. We do get a partial change. Sparks dumps, chases, and Eric Kilgore comes along the near corner. Back out to Young. Ringenhauser can't get it out, and Vengeance 38 tries to get it out, and she continues to the neutral zone and can't do it. Denied. So Vengeance is trying to get it out of their zone, and they're not able to get real far past our blue line. As 17's able to do it, and they're tired, and luckily Cordy's paying attention and is able to gobble that up. We definitely need a change as these girls are staying out too long. So the Coulter, Ertl, Addison Francis has got some fresh legs. Haven't seen her in a while. It pops out to slap shot wide by 2 from Vengeance, and Eden Barber can try to pass it up the wall. She gets tangled up and falls, and that gets past Addison Francis, and Addison doesn't give much effort to try to get back in position. And now Ertl's got a breakaway. She's trying to get up the boards. She's going to get snubbed out if nobody's home, and Eden Barber's not able to get up into the slot. And it's just kind of been a lazy end of the first now. We still got 3 minutes, and both teams are looking sluggish. 17's going to try to bring it in again. Jaina, shot high, past Cordy over, and she'll get that shot off and go back, turn for the bench. Ertl tries to pass up to nobody. Nobody's home as we're getting a change. Scarlett comes on. Douglas is back on. And Francis able to pop it up. So Ertl comes off. Douglas, Neff, and Scarlett out there on offense. Douglas tries to bring it in. Gets popped back into the neutral zone. And 2:25 left in the first. Got a message saying it's a little choppy but watchable. We're doing the best we can with what we got.
Keep the camera still.
Well, I don't think. Yeah, the camera's not going to really do much. Battle in the corner with Douglas. Neff's going to come in and help. That can be good or bad. It looks like it's getting. Yep, now it's getting pushy. That's what I was worried about. And they're going to shove both of them to the box. I'm not sure why. Neff, if you're going to go in, at least it's not a. It's a no harm, no foul. We'll play 5-on-5, and they'll just get a timeout, cooling off session. But it does mess up the lines. And we'll reset 5-on-5. Sparks will come back on when she just came off. Young back on, and Eric Kilgore, Mudd, and Bisgard. So 78-88. Sparks wins the draw, but it goes behind her, and she isn't able to get it. And then we get back on side. Young dumps deep, and a bit Vengeance girl got hold of it in the corner, trying to get it out of the zone, and that gets past Bisgard, but Mudd's there to pick it up. She tries to pass it off the center wall, and it pops back out, and the Vengeance girl dumps, and it's going to go back up the far wall to Young, to Sparks. Sparks has room. Katie's got legs. That should be an interference call, and we will get the interference call on it, so Cordy should be headed to the bench. Goalie loses her mask, but we definitely had an interference call there. I'm not sure if that'll be a penalty shot or not. So they're going to do holding. So we'll go back on the power play.
Cyclones on the power play. Let's go.
So I didn't look at the time when Neff went in, but I'm sure by the end of the period that'll end hers whistle. There goes a shove right off of the face-off. Bulldog move, and Coulter wasn't ready for it. That is a move I have seen many a times on the co-ed side. They drop the puck and the center doesn't care about the puck. It just knocks you on your ass and gets some Bulldog face-off there. Usually you might get a call out of that, but no call here. And they're gonna dump, and Cordy will get it out, and she's gonna just let Bisgard get hold of it, so she'll head back to the crease. And we're eating up a lot of time here, ladies. We got on the power play and we need to use it. 44 seconds left in the period. Coulter's trying to get it in. She gets it knocked away. We're gonna need to take a breather because we are playing like we are exhausted.
Turn up.
Turn it up, girls. Eden behind the net. She's looking like she's confused on what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on, but we aren't playing at all. And the Vengence are appreciative as they're not playing. Let's skate! The Coulter loses it, and I'm not sure what's going on, but 14 seconds left in the... Maybe they just want a break. I'm not sure. Ringhauser, and there's a shot that goes wide. We should not be getting shot on during our power play, and that's going to end up to Ertl. Ertl's got 2 seconds, but she's not skating hard enough to get it out, and that'll end at 2-0 at the end of one. And wow, I don't know if they all drank out of the same water bottle that had a little too much alcohol in it or what, but they're running slow. So we'll stay on the power play for 3 seconds into the start of the second.
This weekend. That's a lot of
yeah, it's a lot of
hockey.
It's a lot of hockey.
Legs for days, man.
I'm on my second pot of coffee of the day.
I should have grabbed one.
I got more coffee. I don't know how much more I got, but
Oh, man.
I'm gonna let my voice. Well, let's read through her comments real quick.
Molly B is watching. Bang on, man. Oh, that's forever ago.
Aunt Jemima Records. That's a great name. I don't know. Is that Records? Yeah, Aunt Jemima Records. What a name for a screen name.
That's awesome.
So Cordy's gonna head to the what I call the lobby side net and switch sides, and the goalie for the Vengence heads the other direction. Cordy's visualizing. We'll start off with the Neff is out of the box, and it'll be the Douglas Kilgore, Scarlett Kilgore Neff line with Piper and Jaina out there. So they needed a break. 98's gonna push it through, and she's going into the corner hard, battling with 10 from the Vengence. And then Douglas starts to battle with 10, so at 11-10, now Vengeance trying to get it out of their zone. Jaina's misses it, and Piper's gonna go out and pass it up, and still can't get it out of the zone, and this is not a good situation. Cordy pops it up, that's gonna be a high stick, and Cordy's, that's a high sticking call, which was a great call. Definitely was a high sticking, but Cordy was able to stop that, and I don't know if she would have got the third rebound. The second rebound. The first rebound was what caused the high sticking. They went up in the air on the rebound, and then they put their sticks up. They'll bring it all the way back down, and we're going to definitely capitalize on that high sticking.
Are we still in the power play?
No, we're not on the power play. I need to take that off the screen. My bad.
You're good. What happened?
That ended about 30 seconds ago. So both teams at full strength. We win the draw. Bisgard on. Tries to get a shot off. Also Addison Francis out there with Bisgard, so the defensive lines are changing up a little bit. The eights have been split up, and that gets kicked across front to Addison. Addison's able to get it out, I think. Nope, it goes back in. Now it's back into the neutral zone on the near wall. Fogel, 21 for the Vengence, kicks it across, and that one goes high and wide. And puck's jumping around. They may need to get a new frozen puck. 31 dumps deep, and she's looking for a change. They'll get a full change on that dump, and we're going to try to take advantage with Bisgard taking off to the races. She gets across the center ice and dumps, and Sparks gives chase. Lifting the sticks, battling in the corner, just Sparks and two black and red jerseys. They get it knocked out to 46 with the Vengeance with just Bisgard, and that one, Bisgard's able to deflect it, and it goes wide. Cordy's going post to post with their thing, and there's a good little check snub out right there in the corner with Young, no call. Francis out there, 6 from the Vengeance, loses her stick. She was the one that got snubbed out. She's slow to get to the bench, and she gets off after a whistle, and they'll restart on the icing.
Not a good feeling when you run out of ice.
So icing will reset over here on this near dot, or near circle, for a defensive draw. Sparks will stay out. Young and Mud are giving Cordy the game plan, evidently. They're talking to each other. That's good. And they'll line up with Mud, Young, Ringenhauser, and Eric Kilgore out there. Gets kicked back behind the Cordy, and Eric gives chase. Jana's got it behind the net. She slams on the brakes. Doesn't really slam on the brakes. Changes direction, kicks it into the neutral zone, and Maya can't catch up to it. 10 from the Vengeance backhands it in, but it gets to Sparks' stick. Sparks has it and tries to center to Ari Kilgore, and Ari's having more fun trying to lift the stick of the defender. I'm not sure what that's about. It's the other way around. And Sparks, puck gets centered around, but when it pops out to a Vengeance girl, they're trying to figure out what's going on, and 4 trying to pop it up the wall, but then brings it into neutral ice, and we'll go on, and there's Maya gets one on net that time. Now we're getting some peppering, and the goalie's seen enough, so she'll cover it, put an oven mitt on it, and they'll reset.
Great pressure.
Did we change the period?
No, we did not. Still in the first.
No, we're in the second. We're slacking.
That's on me.
12:24 left in the second. 2-0 Cyclones. And Bisgard dumps it back in. And now the 8s are back together. That gets deflected. And luckily Bisgard's there to handle the ensuing offense. So Bisgard Gagney gets it out of the zone in the neutral zone. She's going to pop it up the wall, and she'll give chase. We don't look for a change, and Coulter stays back on defense while Bisgard does her thing in the offensive zone. Now it's tapped out to 31 with the Vengeance. She blows a tire, and Bisgard will dump and look towards the bench as they've been out there for a while. Now Douglas on, and she's all alone, looking to center to somebody. Now Neff's there. She goes for a wraparound shot right up into the chest of the goalie, and she knocks it down, and they'll reset. So Scarlett out there with Douglas and Neff, Addison, Francis, and Jana on D. And Vengeance pairs begging them to get going here. Douglas loses the draw, gets popped back behind the Scarlett. Now it's up the wall. Francis is trying to, needs to squeeze her out. Squeeze her out, Addie. Goes right, 58 runs right past Addison, and they'll go for an icing. Whew.
The speed is incredible.
Or, how is that an icing? Oh, well, should have been an.
Don't question that 44.
I'm not gonna question.
You know what happened last time?
No, hell no, I ain't questioning that ref. I want to watch the rest of this game.
Well, if you get in trouble, have to send one of the other parents.
It's true. I'll just give somebody else a mic.
Yeah.
So they're trying to drop the puck. Kilgore gets a shot off wide. Vengeance number 3 trying to get it up the wall. That'll go to Jaina. Jaina kicks it back in, but it gets deflected by 58 from the Vengeance. Now they're wrapped up with Scarlets, still trying to get it out. And that one will kick out, and they will call an icing again on that. And we'll reset. 10:43 in the second. See, the other one, I'm not sure how it was an icing. She was coming through and dumped it, and they called an icing. But unless we touched it right here and she was chasing, I just didn't see it.
Yeah.
Because she blew right past Addie right here in front of us at the center ice. 10 wraps it around the back of the net to the 4 with the Vengeance. 4 is going to look up the wall, passes it right to Bisgard. Bisgard looks across to Young, or to Sparks, then it deflects to Young. Young looks across to Sparks. Sparks couldn't handle the hard pass, and they'll go into the corner in a battle. Centering pass that goes behind the net, and Young's looking up to Mud. Mud can't keep it in, and Bisgard's hanging out back on the other blue line on D, and Sparks will try to get it back in on the wall. And we're slow to get back in position. Mud was way back there. Now she's there. She's gonna kick it in on net. Young gets completely snubbed out there. Someone loses their stick again. I think they need to get some pine tar for the sticks for the Vengeance girls. They've lost a lot of sticks today. There's a loose puck, but now we got somebody who's got some speed. 61's taking off for the races. Bisgard's not phased by the speed, and she's able to deflect it back behind the net. That girl's got some wheels.
You ain't kidding.
Vogel, 21, up into the zone to, I can't see what number she passed to. And it's popped back in, and now Sparks, Young, and Kilgore all go for a change, and we'll reset with the new line with Barber, Coulter, and now the Vengeance have a lot of numbers out there. White's behind. They'll wave off the icing. Was no ice, excuse me. And Mud will go up to Barber, and they'll work to try to get it out of the zone again. Coulter's there. Barber falls. Puck is out. Coulter's still trying to get it. Now it gets out to Eden Barber. She toe drags around, but she's got room, but she's getting swallowed up. Still makes a shot, but it goes wide. Coulter's there. Centers. Now Ertl's there trying to get it out and centering it. It's still playing around in the back of the net. Vengeance is able to get it on the near wall, and it comes out. Jaina keeps it in, and it goes back into the corner. And Ertl is going to hang out in front of the net, but now the Vengeance are able to get it into neutral ice. And 28 is going to dump it deep and look to the bench. And Jaina's going to handle it in the corner. Going to pop it up ice to Barber. Barber out to Douglas. Douglas gets hit, wrapped around. She's trying to get her glove, and she was doing a spin move. No icing. That one was emphatic by the ref that it was not icing. And it's going to pop around the back of the net. Douglas back on it, trying to get hold of it, and she's going to run it up the wall. And now Neff's got it. She's going to pop it in deep. And now Scarlett's hungry. She's going to pop it around the back of the net to Sparks is back in. Nobody up in the slot now. Now Scarlett's there, and Sparks isn't able to handle it and passes it off to, oh, there it is. That was set up perfectly, but Neff couldn't. We're more worried about fighting than we are playing. Let's play, and we'll punch later. Bisgard's seen enough. She's going to bring it in off defense and activate while the change. High shot wide. Addison back on D. She can't keep it in, but she's got it. It backhands it in to no one. And now back to Francis in the neutral zone. Bisgard there. Now Addison and Bisgard can't figure out who wants to take it. Bisgard says, I got this, as they make a change. So it's Bisgard's got room. She's looking for a centering pass to Young. Young wouldn't get into the position quick enough, and Sparks gets it along the wall and gets love tapped. Doesn't do anything to her. Now she falls, and the puck goes wide, and the goalie's seen enough as well. And they're going to well, I thought that they would get a little bit of a reset, but looks like they're going to get one change, and they'll reset and do an offensive draw in the near circle. Sparks, Young, Eric Kilgore, Mud, and Jaina out there. Mud keeps it on the, Mud goes for the clapper on the blue line, but it gets deflected. Jane is able to keep it in, or kicks it back in. Now it's back out into the neutral zone, back to Mud. Mud's gonna try to get it up. It gets wrapped up on Vengeance and goes past Cordy to Jane, who's gonna bring it, wrap it around the back of the net, up to Young. Young out to Sparks. Sparks was just a step shy, and it goes into neutral ice with Vengeance dumping deep. Mud's gonna try to get it out now. She backhands it up to Maya. Maya's looking up ice. She's trying to get it out to somebody at center ice and almost gets a shot off with 11. And Sparks could have just let it roll out, but she caught it with her foot and kicked it back in. It's like she just wants to see it get some action on defense, I guess. Now Vengeance is able to keep it in. If we don't get it out of our zone, we're in trouble. This is not what we like. Is once they start cycling and moving it in our zone, it's not good. So now 18's got a shot. It bounces into Neff, and Cordy's paying attention, and it deflenses off of her pad. Jaina's trying to get it out. Young's wrapped up, and now we got Jaina's holding one against the board, and then now Sparks has got her pressed against the board. So now it gets kicked out. Now Cordy's ready. Neff mud slides, and that goes wide. Thank goodness, because everybody's sloppy right now. Now we're just going to ice it. Actually, wasn't able to ice because the 10 stopped it from the icing. They want to keep playing as we go for a change. Jaina's staying out, Mud's staying out, Young staying out. Sparks and Eric Kilgore go for the change. Coulter back out with Ertl, and they still can't get it out of our zone. It popped back in almost instantaneously on the. Now Mud's going to go up the wall. Now Ertl's got still in. Ertl wasn't able to get it out on the backhand. Now Jaina's looking, she's floating. Jaina's been out there forever. Now we're gonna ice it. They're gonna call it tipping, so no icing. And Ertl's moving slow. She's trying to catch up to it. Tries to put it out to Bisgard. Bisgard's got it. She's got room for a shot, and that'll go wide. And she looks up at the ceiling with disgust at that shot. She had time to aim, shoot. Coulter's squeezing out one of the Vengeance girls along the wall. Ertl's not able to catch the pass, and it goes wide, and Barber's there, and she'll dump it deep. And we need to stop and play here so we can reset, because we're a little bit discombobulated. The 8s are back out there together. Now the Vengeance 20 trying to make a run at it with Neff, and they'll dump deep. Bisgard goes around the back of the net, and she's going to look up the ice to Barber. Barber's there, passes out to Douglas. Douglas couldn't handle the pass. Vengeance recover, and they're going to try to get it back in the zone. Now Barber's got it. Barber's trying to backhand pass it to no one in our zone, and she's trying to get loose. She could have probably went to the races. There's a pending penalty coming, and that penalty be on us, so we'll have to go on the kill here in a second. Their goalie decides that she doesn't see the penalty as he's not it. Now their goalie heads to the bench, and high sticking was the call. So I'm guessing they're giving a high stick into Barber. She must have gave one of the girls chin music with the end of her stick on accident, because of course she wouldn't do that on purpose. So we'll go on the kill. 3:36 in the second, still 2-0, and Eden Barber will go hang out with Nevin for a little while. 5 on 4. Jaina stays out. Sparks out there. That one gets off a Young stick and pops up, and that will be, don't touch it, let him touch it. Jaina saw it was a hand pass. Is the net off? Yeah, the net's off, so Cordy's going to use some of her water, get it set back. Smart play there would have was Jaina were just to let him touch it, and it would have been a hand pass. Would have came out of the zone, but Jaina went in for it. I don't think she knew it was a hand pass. Bisgard gets it out of the zone as it fumbles out, and 18 with Sparks has got something going, and she's by herself, brings it around the back of the net. Young's hanging out in the high slot, way high, almost at the blue line. But being on a penalty kill, that's probably the smart move. And we're going to get an offsides call. They'll reset on the far dot. Addison Francis will come in for Jaina. 52 seconds left on the kill. 2:57 left in the game. Or not in the game, in the second, excuse me. 18 will bring it in for the Vengeance. She's got a toe drag and a real good screen, but Sparks is able to knock it down, and they'll ice it down, and Young will go in deep. Sparks will hang back in the high slot, trying to get it out to Sparks. We got 30 seconds left on the kill. Francis needs to stay back a little bit. They'll get it up, and Bisgard's going to bring it around the back of the net. Nope, she's playing on the brakes. That'll be a hand pass if they don't touch it. Nope, they didn't. They reset it. And 88 read that play last week, and she'll knock it deep for 4 seconds left in the kill. And we're even. They're going to hold it against the boards. 2 minutes left in the second. Vengence recover it, 10. She's going to try to get it up and out. And Coulter loses her stick along the boards. And Kilgore, Scarlett Kilgore, has got it in the corner. She's going to hold it there. Coulter's going to come in and hold it there. We'll run the clock as long as we can. Backhanded pass from Ari Kilgore. Both Kilgore girls out there together. There goes a shot on goal. Nice setup. Deflected by the goalie. Great save. Coulter gives chase into the wall against 10. 10 will kick it around the back of the net to 21. Ari Kilgore kicks it back out to her sister. Francis backhands it back in. We got some confusion in front of the net, but he pops back up high, and 31's going to ice it. And that'll start the icing with 1:08 left in the second. They'll bring it back down. And we'll go with Barber, Coulter, Jaina, Mudd, and Jordan. Well, there's all sorts of commotion going on right now. I don't even know how to call it. It's just a big wad of black and red, and that's going to be a high stick. No, that was off. Excuse me. They had called it off, but they're back on. Jaina's going to bring it in. Somebody needs to activate, and they'll call off sides. I don't think she saw who was trying to get back off. Maybe Eden. So we'll get offsides call. We'll reset along the far dot in front of the Cyclones bench with 49.8 seconds left in the second. Scarlett, Douglas, Neff, Mudd, and Jaina out there. Pittsburgh trying to get something going, and we'll kick it back. They'll dump it deep, and Jaina will recover in the corner. Nope, she'll backhand it to a Vengence player behind the net. Courtney's trying to figure out where the puck is. She's sliding back and forth, practicing her butterfly slides along the post, checking to see if that water she put on the post. There goes Neff. Neff's got a shot up into the leg pad. She didn't know where she wanted to put it, and she put it on the leg pad. Luckily for the goalie for the Vengeance, is able to knock it down. And 16's trying to get out of the zone, and she's getting bombarded with white and red. That'll go out to Neff. Mudd's not able, pops right over the top of her stick. Jaina looks up at the clock. She's just going to hold it there with 4.2 seconds. And right on the blue line, get rid of the second. That was a smart play. She conserved energy. She could have skated it in, ran around, but she just decided to put her stick against the puck, against the wall. No problem for whoever's Crystal Faust thanking us for the live stream. Hopefully the internet's still holding together. We're in an iron dome here, 2026, and rink doesn't have internet. The cell signal can't even get over here. I think the AT&T or all the cellular maps are lying. If you zoomed in on the map, like the coverage map, and like you just kept zoning in, like zooming in,
They're never walking in any hockey rink.
they're not.
They're not.
Yeah,
Not
it would be
one
just
hockey rink
yeah,
is
but
in a commercial.
I think it's true that
Dude, none of
it'd be
them.
bad advertising actually.
Yeah, they walk where there's plenty of signal, of course.
Yeah. I think it should be mandatory that they put cell boosters in every rink in the country.
That sounds weird. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I ran 150 foot of Ethernet cable out to the window outside, and the stupid thing couldn't push it that far. I didn't even think about the little hot spot being able to push the signal. I mean, through the Cat 5 wire. So
You do a great job, man. The setup's beautiful. The intro videos, what's up?
So we'll go into the final period with a lead of 2-0. 15 minutes till glory in the Sarah Backstrom 32nd annual tournament here.
32nd.
I did the math because when you search it, it shows the 29th, and I'm not sure what the refs are doing. Somebody must be hurt or something's going on.
It's no bueno.
So the ref's gonna help her off the ice. Looks like her dad's headed out that way. I'm not sure what's going on. Got real somber here real quick. So hopefully she's okay.
At least it's under her own strength.
Yeah. I wasn't paying attention to anything going on in between the periods. Sparks dumps deep after the draw, and lots of black and red piled up together there along the corner, and they'll pop it out as might have been an icing. Aries getting held against the wall. She falls down, and Young's got a piece of it. She's going to go to town. Forehand, backhand, no paycheck on that. Hyper pops it up to Sparks. Sparks tries to get it in the zone, just barely in the zone to number 10 for the Vengence. Pops it over to number 11. Counting in order now, 10 to 11, then to 88 to Sparks. Sparks kicks it with her foot again, and it goes back to Bisgard. Bisgard gets it back into the neutral zone. Now Barber loses it at her feet looking around, and Sparks trying to keep it up, and 88 Bisgard out there with Addison Francis. Gets it up, out of the zone, Coulter's on. Now the Vengeance pop it back into the zone. Francis gives chase, and Ertl have to hang out back on D. Nope, Coulter covers. Now Jordan passes it quickly, and that goes into the body. Nobody chasing the rebound. I'm not sure. If you're going to pass it in, you got to go for the rebound, because that's what happens. She would, if somebody would have been set up there, that'd have been a goal. Jaina's knowing what's up. She's going to turn on the speed, and she's going to go around, and she's hungry. She loses it, goes into the wall, no call. Goalie covers, and Eden's getting swallowed up with the black and red. So now it's going to get a little chirpy as we get into the third period.
That's right, let's go Cyclones. I hear you, Mike. Woo-hoo.
I'm going to go Cyclones from the Still sitting about 35 people watching this craziness that I'm calling here. 87 Ringhauser's still out there. She's going to back it around the back. Cordy, she's going to look up ice. She's got to be a little tired and a little bruised up from it falling after that chase. She stays out. Coulter and Eden go for it back in. And
woo, that was smooth.
Douglas goes for a low shot that the goalie puts her hand down and grabs. Good idea. The goalie's definitely able to see the shot and just swallowed it up. If this would have been a 10U game, that would have been a goal. Guaranteed. Mudd with the clapper slapper low, wide to Neff. Neff's going to recover. Teammates for the Columbus Flames. Douglas gets hit in the numbers. Back to Neff. Neff's going to get it across for a centering pass to Ari Kilgore. She can't get it knocked down. It was a hard pass to the slot. Now 17's got room. She passes it up, but not in time to 11. Couldn't catch up to it. And Bisgard's trying to get it out of the zone. She gets it passed up to Mudd. Mudd up to Kilgore, Scarlett. And back out in the neutral ice to the Vengence. Levin can't get her stick down, and it'll pop back to Bisgard. Bisgard's looking up ice. She's going to pass it up to Scarlet. Scarlet catches the pass. Sparks passes behind Sparks' back, and Sparks goes on net. Goalie knocks it down. Mud's there and battling. Sparks is there. I'm not sure what Sparks is doing, trying to get the puck from Mud. Neff backhands it back up, and Mud, as there's a big change on the Vengeance bench, it looked like Mud got wrapped up in their change. She gets shoved by one of the girls, and it's it's a glove in her face for getting in their way. And they'll reset, as that was offsides on the near dot here in front of us. So it'll be Sparks, Young, Ari Kilgore, Piper Francis, and Jaina back out there. Jaina was just out there. What's she drinking? I need some of that energy.
Drinking on that Gatorade.
Her and Sparks they're built different.
I believe it's body armor.
So 20's got some legs. It gets passed up to Jaina. She loses the puck. And that should be a cross-checking call against the boards on 28, but no call. It's fine with me. Let's keep playing. I'm ready to go home. What? Jaina's going to rush in again and try the same move as before. Can't get it centered. At least somebody was there to center it. And that gets past Piper. And Sparks is back, hanging back, activated for when Jaina went in. Maya's got it. She's got shot off that was deflected behind the net. And Young's there, backhands it, trying to get it to Ari Kilgore, was through the crease and across the wall, and that'll ice. And the 8s are back together. Nope, the 8s are not back together. Piper goes off, Bisgard stays on.
Can't believe you lied to me.
It was just for a split second.
Felt like an eternity.
Ertl, Bisgard, Barber, Francis, and Coulter. Coulter takes the draw, wraps around at their feet, gets knocked out to Bisgard. Bisgard's got a lane. She's got a good screen going. Goes off of somebody's ankle. That's going to feel that in the morning. That's going to go off sides, but they're going to reset. Vengeance is going to bring it back around the backside of their net. Ertl gets pressure, goes back in, and Bisgard rushes to it as she was hanging back out in our zone, defensive zone. And now they get backhanded into a lot of white and red. Addison makes a backhanded pass. Two of the Vengeance girls run into each other, so we're basically on a 5-on-3, and they're going to get a tripping call on us, I believe. That'll be us on the kill now as, excuse me, they get wrapped up, and they're sending 17 to the box. So we'll go on the power play. I thought the trip was on Eden, but I guess they're going to give the trip to 17. I think it was a trip.
On the power play.
So back on the power play. 10-12 left in the game. Minute 30 on the power play. 2-0. Douglas will take the draw. She'll lose the draw. It'll go back behind the net, and they'll slap it along behind the net. And no call on the check there by Neff. Thank goodness. Bisgard got room, goes with the shot. Goal! That goes right past it. A great screen. That'll go up 3-0. And that was a great shot by Bisgard with the screen.
Third period, please.
Third period.
Man, we got goals.
So power play goal by Bisgard.
Pandemonium in the championship.
So we'll fix this to 3. My bad for not changing it between periods. And there we go. So 3-0, 10:02 left in the game. Douglas wins the draw back to Jaina. Jaina up to Neff. Neff's got room. She tries to kick it across on the blue line, which I'm not sure why you make a pass on the blue line. You should get a couple steps in, give your teammates a chance to get in the zone before you make the pass. She makes the pass and goes out to the far wall, and Vengeance recover. 28 here on the near wall pushes Jaina down. Now Neff's battling. That gets kicked in. A dump. There goes a hit right there on Neff, right in front of 44. He's not the ref. He's not going to call it. He's ready to go home as well. He's seen enough, and he's letting them fly, letting them play. Now, Mud goes up ice, and pass not intercepted by anybody. It didn't get all the way across, and that one gets backhanded into the bench, and a Vengeance player about takes their coach out on. It's dangerous over there.
Oh,
I don't know why. I've seen more pucks in this building go in the benches. I don't know if it's just...
It's the low ceiling.
It's almost like it's more room than Northland's bench, but not much. If you're on the Northland bench, you're basically, your knees are on the wall and your back's against the building wall. It's tight and it's smelly in there. So Kilgore's got something going on. The goalie's trying to knock it down, and she's able to cover. I would have covered instead of stick handling it right there with as much pressure she was getting, but she's able to recover and put her glove on and getting a reset. Cyclones have the pedal down. 9:09 left in the third. Sparks take the draw, back out to Ringhauser. Ringhauser's going to take a shot that gets wrapped up into 11. Then another shot that goes off of Sparks' back, and then Collins out to 1. Can't see that. 4 is trying to make something happen, and Mudd is able to deflect. Cordy's got it covered. I think Cordy's been bored, and she's just going to cover because she can do something. The net did move, and true to the name of this podcast, net's off.
Net's off.
Cordy's going to put it back on.
Better than gloves off. I don't wear gloves.
Nag. I still like the one with Cordy's co-ed team, 2 minutes for chirping.
Yeah, that's all.
That's an awesome name. Anyhow, backhanded blind pass by the Vengence, and it'll call him out. And I guess, why would we get the icing on that? They backhanded it out. I'm not going to argue with him. He already yelled at us once. That was terrible.
You're out of here.
The backhanded pass from the Vengence cleared and went all the way down, and he had his hand up like it was an icing. Well, they're all pinned up against the wall, eating up the clock. 4 comes out with it. She's going to bring it down. She's looking over at 11, but Piper's trying to get the stick under. Now she gets it under. That's how you do it, Piper. Last game she had struggled lifting the stick and got a hooking call. This time she stayed in front of her and was able to step up as her dad yells, step up. 88. Oh, the 8s are back together. So Bisgard's there. And Vengence is putting some pressure on. And Piper gets the short end of the stick against 28, who's got a head on her. And Jordan pops it out. Jordan, come on, Jordan, let's skate, girl. So 28 or 18 slams on the brakes and pops it back up. Bisgard's able to recover. Ertl goes to the bench, kicks it back out to Douglas. Douglas is offsides.
Almost. Good try.
And Douglas looks up and says,
almost had
dang it. It was almost there. She was ready to go to the races there. So the 8s will go off. Jaina and Addison Francis will come on. So we'll switch Francis's. Neff is out there with Douglas along with Scarlett.
Fans getting rowdy.
Fans are getting rowdy. 7:32 left in the game. Pittsburgh kicks it back out into neutral ice. Jaina recovers. She's going to get right across center ice and dump it deep. Douglas gives chase. Neff's on the other side. Addison able to keep it in. Scarlett's trying to get it centered. She gets pinned up against the wall. And now 18's going to go past. Can't keep up with her own stick handling. Douglas kicks it across the far near board. 38 here in front of us blew a tire on her own. And Francis kicking it up to Scarlett, who Scarlett's had enough. She goes for the bench. Got plenty of defense on that. Lots of white and red as the and there's terrible stuff going on in front of the net. So Sparks gonna kick it up to Young. Young's gonna dump. Sparks is on it, and that goes on net. And Sparks recovers the pass out from the goalie and gets a shot, another shot. And 14 Young kicks it back into the corner, and Ari Kilgore is going to try to get hold of it. Back out for Sparks, dumps back in, and now Ari's trying to battle with 3 black and red jerseys. Jaina gets it with a high shot from the point, and the glove of 36, the goalie for Vengence, grabs it down, and they'll reset. 6:12 left in the third. So, Sparks wins the draw Jaina tries to pop it up into the center, and she's unsuccessful, but then it gets kicked right back to her, and she's able to get it back through. Aries trying to get something going there too with Sparks. They're battling on the wall. Sparks looks out to the point, but she's got it. Levin's got the point covered on the near wall, and it'll kick across out back into the neutral zone, and Jaina will softly throw it back into the offensive zone, and Eden Barber comes in off of the bench, and she can't handle the fumbling puck. Jaina was looking at the bench and saw it was fumbling up in the air and decided to stay out for a second as Francis goes to the bench and switches out with Mud. Now it gets dumped deep, and Jaina's looking to the bench. Nope, she's going to stay out there. Luckily she did. Gets popped out on the near wall, and it's popping up and gets past her. She's tired. She probably needs to get one. Mud's able there to, and Cordy's able to cover that one. That was a great save by Cordy. She tracked that all the way in and was not fooled by it. But they're starting to get some pressure as Jaina's been out there for at least 2 minutes now. She's got to get a change. Now Eden Barber's trying to get it out. Ertl's back out. Mud's got hold of it. She's going to go around the reverse side of the net. Jaina's still back there. Kicks it back to Jaina. Jaina's looking up ice. Back out to Eden Barber. Now Jaina goes to the bench, and Bisgard will come on and replace her. 28's with a shot. Cordy's able to save it, and that goes up and into the glass. It's a hard shot. Cordy tracked it in, and she's locked in today. So Mud's got it, looking up ice. Slow. I'd have got it up the ice while they had the chance with all the Vengeance taking a change, but what do I know? And Vengeance along the board with Douglas. Douglas trying to battle. She's trying to get it loose from the wall, and Neff's there centered, and that'll go out to Piper. Piper's able to stop it. She's right on the blue line. Soft little tapper, and now it's stuck against the wall, and Bisgard will come in to help. Nobody on, excuse me, that's not Bisgard, that's Scarlet, excuse me. And Bisgard is on this side of the ice. It's a 98 and an 88, my bad. Vengence pops it up, and they look for a change, and that'll ice. So they'll get a reset for both teams. 3:34 left in the game. I'm going to grab my camera lens here in a minute, as soon as we get under 2. So we'll go with the 8s. 14, Young, Harry Kilgore, and Sparks back out there. Sparks able to win the draw, turns around and shoots right across the goalie's nose, and the Vengeance are going to ice it again. We're fine with the icings. It just cuts about 5 to 10 seconds off each time. Cordy's going to fumble it down to, almost makes it to center ice. And the cranky old ref picks it up and puts it in his pocket, and the other ref's evidently got another pocket.
He's going to watch this later and get you. You're going to see a strongly
I'll be
worded
long
email.
gone. Bisgard with a shot that got
Email
deflected off of somebody's skate. Good defense from Piper. She pins the wall, and able to knock that down and keep it in. Eric Kilgore's got it, trying to find it at her feet. She's on the near board. Sparks has it. She's going to make a shot that goes wide into the goalie's glove on the back of the net. She was reaching around past the post and knocks it down, and it's back in the far corner. And now it's going to pop out to Piper. Piper backhands it to Sparks, and now it's out with 2 from the Vengeance. She's going to bring it in, and Bisgard gets hold of it, and now it's to Vengeance Girl. Almost gets a shot off, but stick gets lifted, and Young will pass it up, and it'll go back in. It's almost like everybody's getting real tired. Piper Francis's dad is yelling to skate, and she's looking to the bench, and Addison Francis replaces her. She comes over the wall like she just robbed a convenience store and she's running from the cops. That was a cool one-handed hop over the wall.
Ready to go.
She's ready. She's able to kick it out along the far wall up to Barber. Barber's not able to get it out, and Bisgard's trying to get it. And Now things are getting a little hairy. Addison's able to get it up the wall to Barber. Barber's kind of puts a stick on it, but she gets it around it, but she can't get it around. She lifts the stick, still held in the neutral zone right in front of the bench. Lots of black and red though. And now get kicked back into the offensive zone, and 31 brings it into the zone. She's got a lot of white and red on her. Bisgard pushes it around the far wall to 10 with the, and Eden's got a breakaway again, and she's to just get skates going. She's getting held, and they'll get the call. That was definitely hooking. So we'll go on the power play as she gets her helmet ripped off as well. And I'm not sure what the call is here. So, pretty sure it was hooking. What's the... So they're going to put them both in the box?
Up in there.
I'm not going to yell what that was a BS call, but whatever. Minute 30 left in the game. I'm going to start walking. You just push stop. I forgot to record. Oh well. At least it's going out. So a minute and a half left in the game. I'm going to grab my camera lens. Ringenhauser with a shot wide. And the goalie will cover. Minute 05 left in the game.
Minute
Where's
5
Clint
left
at?
in the third.
Over there. I'm not jinxing. Well, what am I supposed to do? Now I'm getting killed by the goalie that I'm getting jinxed. I'm still hot mic'd. So I'm on the far wall next to Clint. And let me see that and switch lenses with me, or switch cameras with me. .48 seconds left. .36 seconds
35
left.
seconds left.
And 25 seconds left. And I'm trying to change camera lenses, get ready to take some pictures.
20 seconds left. Thank you for joining us, Crystal.
And 7 seconds left. It's pumped up. Can't get hold of it. Shot. 1 second. 2 seconds, 0. And that's a win. That'll be the no-no. And we'll take a banner back
There
to
you go.
Cincinnati as I'm out here trying to take some pictures.
Sarah Backstrom champions, baby.
40 with a
Get out
huge
here,
win
you
today.
dude.
2 shutouts.
Let's go, Cyclones. Yeah.
So 3-0. Our coaches are rushing to get these girls.
Good job.
It's one of Skip's. Everybody get on the road. We have stuff to do this evening, and I'm